Yo, wake up! It's Sunday, and you know what time it is. Sunday! Smack ho! OG Diamond David, oof. Bam Bam Tendo free in the zone. We break it all down. Smack talk, smack talk, smack talk, smack talk. Sunday, roll that tape. We fire it up, we don't hit no breaks. Boot it up, watch the crew all sway. It's Smack Talk, baby, every Sunday. Smack Talk Sunday, roll that tape. We fire it up, we don't hit no breaks. Boot it up, watch the crew all sway. It's Smack Talk, baby, every Sunday. I'm Dave on the mic, we breaking it down. Bam Bam right there, laying stats all around. NFL picks, yo, we chasing that win. Fantasy football, where do we begin? Prop bets hitting, over unders in sight, stacking them racks. Man, we try every night. Chat's going wild, throwing takes in the zone. On Sunday Smack Talk, you're never alone. Go! Smack Talk Sunday, roll that tape. We fire it up, we don't hit no breaks. Boot it up, watch the crew all sway. It's Smack Talk, baby, every Sunday. Smack Talk Sunday, roll that tape. We fire it up, we don't hit no breaks. Boot it up, watch the crew all sway. It's Smack Talk, baby, every Sunday. Smack Talk Sunday, money talk day. Smack Talk Sunday, rack it up day. Smack Talk Sunday, money talk day. Smack Talk Sunday, rack it up all day. Bam Bam with the lines, Dave got the takes, breaking down spreads, over unders and stakes. Fantasy fever, we chasing that crown in the red zone now. Never backing down, racks on racks. We be laughing out loud. Win or lose, we still hype up the crowd. This ain't luck, it's the vibe we command. Sunday Smack Talk, mic in hand. Smack Talk Sunday, roll that tape. We fire it up, we don't hit no breaks. Boot it up, watch the crew all sway. It's Smack Talk, baby, every Sunday. Smack Talk Sunday, roll that tape. We fire it up, we don't hit no breaks. Boot it up, watch the crew all sway. It's Smack Talk, baby, every Sunday. Streams loaded, grab your snacks. Place those bets, set those stacks. The Smack Talk starts in 3, 2, 1. SST, SST. 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 Yo, wake up! It's Sunday, and you know what time it is. Sunday! Smack ho! OG Diamond David, oof. Bam Bam Tendo free in the zone. We break it all down. Smack Talk, Smack Talk, Smack Talk, Smack Talk. Sunday, roll that tape. We fire it up, we don't hit no breaks. Boot it up, watch the crew all sway. It's Smack Talk, baby, every Sunday. Smack Talk Sunday, roll that tape. We fire it up, we don't hit no breaks. Boot it up, watch the crew all sway. It's Smack Talk, baby, every Sunday. I'm Dave on the mic, we breaking it down. Bam Bam right there, laying stats all around. NFL picks, yo, we chasing that win. Fantasy football, where do we begin? Prop bets hitting, over unders in sight, stacking them racks. Man, we try every night. Chat's going wild, throwing takes in the zone. On Sunday Smack Talk, you're never alone. Go! Smack Talk Sunday, roll that tape. We fire it up, we don't hit no breaks. Boot it up, watch the crew all sway. It's Smack Talk, baby, every Sunday. Smack Talk Sunday, roll that tape. We fire it up, we don't hit no breaks. Boot it up, watch the crew all sway. It's Smack Talk, baby, every Sunday. Smack Talk Sunday, money talk day. Smack Talk Sunday, rack it up day. Smack Talk Sunday, money talk day. Smack Talk Sunday, rack it up all day. Bam Bam with the lines, Dave got the takes, breaking down spreads, over unders and stakes. Fantasy fever, we chasing that crown in the red zone now. Never backing down, racks on racks. We be laughing out loud. Win or lose, we still hype up the crowd. This ain't luck, it's the vibe we command. Sunday Smack Talk, mic in hand. Smack Talk Sunday, roll that tape. We fire it up, we don't hit no breaks. Boot it up, watch the crew all sway. It's Smack Talk, baby, every Sunday. Smack Talk Sunday, roll that tape. We fire it up, we don't hit no breaks. Boot it up, watch the crew all sway. It's Smack Talk, baby, every Sunday. Streams loaded.
And we're live Sunday morning.
You made it.
How are we doing? Oh.
We're here. Week 12, baby. Let's go. It's getting harder and harder to get motivated, but we are here. We're at the final back stretch. We are in Golf Worlds. We are on the back nine.
Is that what this is? How do you get excited about the draft class? Like, I'm trying to be excited about it.
I'm very excited.
Myself to it.
We're top three, more than likely. Going to be in the top five at least. I know where we're picking. I know what we need.
Yeah. I think that's the problem here. We have issues because we're going to pick in the bottom 10 probably.
Yeah, every year, 16. That's great, All the good guys are usually gone, Or not good guys. They're all, they all made it to the NFL. But, those top 10 players are just a little different than the rest of the draft.
I got nothing. I got no hope here. I got no hope.
The Panthers are, starting to click,
Panthers are starting to click. Look, we had them last week because their opponent was just absolute dog doo-doo. But outside of that, I mean, they're not going to win this week. Whatever, we're getting their picks early. It's fine. Everything's fine. It's fine. Ah! It's fine. Everything's fine. What a great day. What a great day for football. It's great.
All right. Let's see him, JD. Put him in Discord because we definitely need some locks. It's been a few weeks since we've had some locks.
I haven't fucking won shit. I got a better chance at winning in fucking Marvel Strike Force, and I'm not fucking winning in Marvel Strike Force lately, than I do winning in fucking DraftKings. So I'm fucking cooked, chat. I'm fucking cooked. I'm telling you right now, anything that I tell you that's going to happen, fade it.
Do the opposite.
Just fade it. Andre Ishivasius scores a touchdown today. Oh my God. For the Bengals?
I got to throw to somebody with him being out.
Oh, man. Is Burrow back? Did I hear that? Burrow's back? No?
He's at practice.
Practicing.
Yeah.
Okay, so Burrow's not back. What about Dart? Is Dart back today?
No, sir.
No. Okay, that's kind of good. Protect his noggin. Dude likes to fucking run head first into things. Needs to learn how to fly.
When you're hanging out with Cam Scattaboo all the time, things start to rub off on you. So.
Did I see that dude fucking drink out of the boot? Out of his cleat?
Yeah.
Did he wash his cleat? Was that clean?
No, it was brand new. It was brand new cleat.
Okay. All right, brand new. I didn't know.
Never worn.
Okay,
but he said he would have done it if it was dirty. He said he would have done it. He don't give a shit.
Dude, that dude's fucking nuts.
That man's off of what, 2-3 weeks of surgery, and he's rolling around the mall with neon. He's going to meet Santa Claus. You know what I'm saying? That man.
Look,
I love me some Cam Scattaboo.
Absolutely, Cam's probably my favorite non-Buccaneer player in the league right now, for sure.
But I mean, the real question is, how do you eat your taco? That's what the
Bro, you gotta turn your head. If you don't turn your head, you're a savage.
No, now you're letting taco dominate you.
Fuck that domination shit. It's a fucking taco. When my taco can get up and talk shit to me, then I'll know it's dominating me. But until it can talk shit to me, it ain't dominating me. It's a fucking inanimate object.
You
dominate that shit in my stomach.
And eat it.
Look, anything that I shit out and look at in the toilet and be like, oh, that's a big lad. That ain't dominating me. I dominate it. Fuck that shit. Ain't no way I ever let no fucking taco dominate me. Ain't no way.
Well, anybody that's in here from Marvel knows you love your poos. So.
Somebody's going to do the poop command, and they're going to find out what the fuck happens to him. Immediate ejection. See ya later. Oh, man. Welcome in, DP Firefighter. Green Bay or New England's defense? That's an interesting question there. We like it. I'm capturing it. I like the questions early. Get the questions in early and often, and we will get to those, as always, in the 2-minute drill that we do, for sure. But I think we're going to end up talking a lot about some of these games, so it'll be a lot of fun. Not a lot to talk about in the weekly wrap-up. No winners to speak of, sadly, for us. So, we're just kind of chugging along right here. I've closed the gap a little bit. Still down by 1, but hey, it's gonna be a photo finish in the last couple weeks. It looks like photo finish.
Yeah, it was a rough week.
Oh
At one
man.
point, I was checking, and like you had like 3 wins in, because I check every like at the end of each half.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
were
yeah.
looking, and then teams came back, and it was a pretty weird week for
And
Pick'em last week.
I was freaking so close. I was like 3 less Sam Darnold interceptions away from winning that game last week. It was crazy. Oh man, what a game! What a game that was.
Yeah, yeah,
Uh,
rough day in the office for sure.
yeah, yeah, it was really bad. None as bad as it was for my team. Like when I saw Anthony Nelson trying to cover a wide receiver, I don't care who it was. Our 6'8" backup, basically defensive end. I know he plays outside linebacker, but he's a defensive end. He's a pass rusher. When I saw him in coverage trying to get after a wide receiver, I was like, what the fuck are we doing? And it didn't just happen like once. Then we decided to put on one of their fastest guys, our 35-year-old linebacker. Like it just, the defensive scheme that Tampa Bay is running is so stupid. And then we go and we watch. Now, obviously, Will Anderson Jr. is pretty good and Denny Hunter's pretty good on Thursday. Like those guys are very good. But not once did they ever try to go cover the goddamn wide receivers. They just did what they needed to do, rush the fucking passer, and went after. It's mind-numbing. It's so stupid, Todd Bowles' scheme. And then Todd Bowles has the nerve, the unmitigated gall, as Stephen A would say, to come out and be like, well, we just got to execute better. We just got to execute better. Bullshit! Your scheme sucks! It doesn't matter. Look, if we just lined up and they beat us because their players are better, okay, forfeit that. Tell us that. Show us that. No big deal. Their offensive line is better than our defensive line. Okay, great. Their wide receivers are better than our secondary. Great. Do not have fucking Yaya Diaby out fucking 80 yards deep trying to defend a pass. Dude's got one thing. Go after the pass. It's so stupid. It's so stupid. It's so stupid.
You go back to the desk for like 30 seconds.
It's so stupid. So stupid. It is so stupid. So stupid.
Just want to add this in here real quick.
Yeah, that works. That works. Oh, that worked. Appreciate that, K-Space. Thank you for dropping a like. We do answer all of our questions here at the end of the 2-minute drill, so it's going to be just a little bit, but we will absolutely get to that. I promise you. Appreciate the like. Appreciate that for sure. Thank you so much. I mean, would I trust Godwin today? That's a whole nother story.
Is he playing?
He is playing, but I mean, I don't think I trust it. I don't think I trust him.
You know who's not playing probably ever again for their team is Brandon Ayuk.
I did hear that Brandon Ayuk might be officially done. They knew this in training camp. That's what I don't like about it, right? When they paid him out and they took care of his shit in training camp, I was like, when you hear that whole story and you hear that whole roundabout thing, you're like, wait a minute. That sounds a little like they knew that he wasn't going to be on there. Kittle coming out saying, hey, our team is fully healthy the way it is right now. That's our team. I think he's telling Ayuk, hey, you're fucking done. I think Ayuk's got out of here. Yeah. Sad, right? Sad.
It's just mind-boggling if you know that. Like, why are you? I mean, granted, he hasn't done much in Washington, but like, why are you trading Debo away?
Yeah. Well, I think it's lots of reasons. I think Debo's. Debo was good with the scheme, and it just never seems to have clicked since. And he's not a bad wide receiver. I just don't think he's a $100 million wide receiver. So, I think that's what we're seeing now out there for sure. I think that becomes a little bit of the struggle, a little bit of the struggle bus for sure. But it'll be an interesting one. It'll be an interesting one to see what San Francisco does. Pearsall looks like a guy. We hear they're going to let Jennings hit the open market. So, like, who's going to play wide receiver for them next year? We have no clue. It's going to be Kendrick Bourne. We'll see. What an interesting time to be a 49er fan. But as long as you got CMC, I mean, I feel like you got a shot, right? Yeah, maybe he'll just catch the ball.
Because I touched on it briefly last week. Like, all the simulations and videos that I've been watching, like the free agency wide receiver class is not going to be very good
No,
unless some people are cut from their teams, like they can't afford to pay them anymore or whatever. Like there's not
yep,
many good options out there. So
exactly. I agree with you on that. I definitely agree with you on that. So,
yeah,
let's get started talking about a little bit of fantasy football. For those of you who don't know, you can do exclamation point join in the chat. If you'd like to join in, we run a daily DraftKings each and every week. Guess what? Just letting you know, next week it starts early. It'll be starting before the Thanksgiving games. So if you want to get in, make sure you hit the Discord link, SST Cord in the chat. I'll just go ahead and drop it here real quick. If you're not in the Discord, make sure you're in Discord. We're going to say it about 1.5 million times. Also going to go ahead and pin that up if I can. Let me try to pin this message. Yep. So that one's pinned up top, just in case you need to join the Discord. There's the link for you, and then of course you got the join, which would get you into this one. If you think you know ball, we run this as a giveaway. That's the best way I can say it. It did not want to
at this
come up
point,
here.
yeah,
It
yeah,
did
because
not.
there's one going next week. There will not be any. We will be recapping what's happened already, but there will not be a new link coming in for Sunday morning next week. It's Thursday through Monday, because there are 3 Thanksgiving games, which we will get into at the end of our pick'ems. So make sure you're in there. I'll probably drop that in Tuesday morning as soon as week 12 is over. So you'll have Tuesday, Wednesday, and before kickoff. I know everybody will be busy on Thursday, a lot of traveling and all that, but you'll at least have Tuesday and Wednesday to try to get in. So yeah, good luck. But you got to join the
Sounds
Discord.
like a plan. Absolutely. And in case you didn't know what we're doing, let's get into it right now. And baby, take us away. Let's talk about what are we doing today. That's all good for Thanksgiving and Thursday. But for today, this is what we're looking at here. This is an interesting one. Oh, I don't like any part of this one. Not gonna lie.
Yeah, so I'm not in love with it, but everything I've watched, I watch a lot of like takes and shit throughout the week. Brissett had a huge day, 48 completions last week. Wilson's going to be wide receiver 1 again, so I paired those two at a cheap cost, allowing me to spend money elsewhere. ETN will, on the other side of the ball, will continue to have a good day. He will provide good fantasy points for his value. Trayvon Henderson's a little scary considering that Stevenson's coming back, but he has a point to prove. He killed it while Stevenson was out, so like, why would you take the ball out of his hands? And you're going against Cincinnati's defense, who is absolutely terrible. I try to put it as nicely as possible. They just aren't very good, almost as bad as our defense. Chris Olave, New Orleans, Atlanta. I think they'll have a big day against Atlanta. They're not very good as everybody thought they were going to be this year anyway. Abuka against the Rams, still wide receiver 1 with all the injuries, even with, I guess, Godwin coming back. I still think he's, you got to go with the hot hand, and he's been pretty good all year. Mark Andrews against the Jets. Yeah, obviously the Jets are absolutely terrible as well. And then Saquon Barkley against Dallas. Despite how bad Barkley's, not, I wouldn't say bad, but he just hasn't been the Saquon Barkley of last year, which makes him, I guess, bad. In a lot of people's eyes, he's still averaging about like 68 yards rushing, and he still gets receptions. Whenever he plays Dallas, he seems to have a really good game, and they're playing Dallas this week, so I went with Barkley. And then the Panthers, I might see if I have anybody else, but this could be a sneaky pick. It was all I really had money left for, so that's kind of who I had to go with.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Obviously, I can't ride with half those fucking picks, but boy, oh boy. That's an interesting lineup. Looks like we're giving money away again. Looks like we're giving money away
That's what
again.
I do. Yeah.
So this is another one. Talk about a trap that I'm running into. This Sean Tucker trap is a fucking trap, but he was very, very cheap, and he's got decent value for the expected points. But I'm riding with Jalen Hurts. So I do think that they're going to have a big game down there against that Dallas defense, which is not very good. And I think that they're going to find ways to get Jalen Hurts. And I imagine a couple of his little cheekbones are going to be getting pushed into those end zones. So I imagine he's going to get maybe a rushing touchdown or 2 today when he gets carried across the finish line. And as I take a look at the rest of these, I'm not in love with a ton of these, but Michael Wilson Jr., I think, is sneaky. Again, I think they could be down to the Jacksonville Jaguars. So I look for them trying to get back in, and Jacksonville doesn't have the greatest secondary, so I have a feeling that that's going to be what it's going to be. JSN has been tearing it up all season long. Like, that's a guy that I just can't seem to try to take out of the fantasy lineup. No matter how much he costs, I just toss him back in there. Give me the Browns defense against the Las Vegas Raiders. I like Myles Garrett to get 10 sacks today. 10 sacks out of old Myles Garrett. Because guess what he doesn't do? He doesn't cover wide receivers. That motherfucker passed the ball. I'm so angry. I'm so angry and bitter about our garbage fucking defense. It is going to be what it is. Look, it is what it is. George Kittle, I think, finds the end zone Monday night against a very rough, very terrible Panthers defense that people seem to think is good, but forget, can get got by the awfulest of offenses. So we'll have to see what happens. So this is what I'm riding with. I am not like a huge fan of this. I'm not putting in any other lineup here. I didn't like the way that the Sunday Monday slate was playing out, so I'm a little bit more heavily into just the Sunday only today, because that Monday night game is just I didn't like it, and I wasn't feeling it. So that's gonna be a tough one. But this is your reminder to get into the DraftKings ! Join if you'd like to get in. Can't wait to get to that fun. It's I do like doing the SST stuff. It's a lot of fun every week. So I've been big time enjoying it. But
now you see what you got to beat. It's not gonna be very hard this week.
Maybe. Last week it came down to 3 points. I was waiting on the Monday night game. And
the week before that it came down to less than a point. It came down to 0.58.
There you go. Close games. It was definitely difficult one, but that Monday night game, man, watching it and just 3 more points. I felt like I was the commercial chanting for 3 more points. That's what I felt like.
And as much as we love, our SST fam, feel free if you are joining to share it to, some of your friends, your coworkers. We want to get this as big as possible. So feel free to share it as well.
Exactly. Looks like we both have Buffalo. Buffalo. Fuck happened to Buffalo?
Out of the 50 people that are in there, only 3 people had Houston. So I don't think we should be too bad, mad at ourselves. I would say that, we were going with the flow on this one. And sometimes, the flow takes a wrong turn. And it just happened to not come out in our favor. I don't know what's going on with Buffalo. They've had really, 3 bad outings in the last month.
I was told this week that Buffalo is a different animal than Buffalo on the road. I still don't buy into all that. I watched the game and I saw with my own eyes when Houston decided to not cover their wide receivers with defensive ends. So I feel like that was the win decision from D'Amico Ryans that won them the game. I don't know what to say about that.
It also, it doesn't help that, you're benching your wide receiver 1 or wide receiver 2 for 2 games in a row because he missed a meeting.
Yeah. Look, I get all that.
Out by your own teammates.
Yeah, I get all that. Up. I just, it's I guess that's a challenge, right?
Looking back at it, you probably only benched him because you thought you could beat the Texans without him, right?
Maybe. Maybe. That's possible. Or look, disciplinary, team actions are more important than anything else, I think. So I don't know. It's more important to make sure that you get the right culture, because that's more than just one win. So maybe it's the right call. Who knows? McDermott seems to be an all right coach, but we'll have to see. He doesn't win the big ones, but he wins from time to time. So I don't know.
Yeah.
We'll have to see. But I'm Buffalo. I'm just sick and tired of talking about Buffalo. I'm not gonna lie. Buffalo is just this game is just fucking.
I guess unfortunately they're probably going to sneak into the playoffs because New England seems to be running away with that division.
Yeah.
They've got a 2-game lead with 6 weeks left. So that's crazy to think 6 weeks are left.
And they do play each other once more.
They do. They play each other one more time. So anything's possible. But it's
do we both have allergies? Is allergies hitting this state? We're both doing this all day long. Holy shit.
I don't know. I got an eye crusty that just won't come out, and it's
Yeah,
bothering me really bad.
I got allergies, man. It's bothering the shit out of me today. It's because it's
My
fucking
right eye
40
is like
degrees one day,
extremely.
70 degrees the next. Yours is
Well,
crushed.
2 weeks ago it was 28 degrees.
Yeah, it's very true. Very true. And it was 75
now
yesterday.
now it's 70 today. Like, make up your mind.
I know.
But yeah, I'm kind of done talking about this game. It is what it is. I actually didn't even watch it. I woke up to the storyline. I kind of, sadly, have only really been watching my team lose outside of football. You know.
Fair enough. Fair enough. No, I'm watching every game still. I'm liking most of what I see in football. It's just so up and down. It feels like I actually am invested more, especially with the bets and everything else. So I get it. I totally understand.
It was so much. Maybe next week when Jackson comes back, it was so much easier to watch football. Maybe even when my team was bad, when we had Cam Scattaboo and Dart and like the excitement around the team.
Yep.
I mean, I still watch Cam on his stream and he's fucking nuts and it's great. But yeah,
I hear you.
But back to these. I just did actually switch my pick to Chicago. I had Pittsburgh, but I just really don't. I know it's not on his non-throwing hand, but you still got to have support on that hand when you're like snapping and handing off the ball. I just don't know how. And he's already a miserable old guy as it is. I can't imagine him in a whole 4 quarters with discomfort. Give me the Chicago Bears. I don't trust Aaron Rodgers under center for a 60-minute game, taking hits and getting hit and people dropping passes and getting frustrated, getting in his own head. Chicago finds a way to win at home today.
Interesting. Well, very sorry to Herb and our other Chicago fans out there. This ain't happening. This is the prime time game where the Bears need to step up and the Bears should win, right? Because you've got a hurt quarterback on the other side. This is the makings of the example of what should happen, and it ain't happening today. The Pittsburgh defense clamps down on the young Chicago offense, and they show Caleb Williams, hey, look, 7-3 is good, but you're going to be 7-4, and so are we. So I firmly believe that the Steelers are walking away with this one. I'm a big fan. I got no issues talking a little bit of the old upset alert right there, and of course that would work. Of course that would not work. Why would that work? Why would anything work here? Why would anything work over here?
3 points. I mean, at home, it's kind of what they're getting. I think any home team gets 3 points.
Home team typically gets 3. Yes. Yeah. Yes.
So they're right on par with like what Vegas usually does.
GT, appreciate the questions. I'm gonna get these logged in for our 2-minute drill. Appreciate that.
It's very hard for me to go against Rodgers because he absolutely owns Chicago. He does. Exactly. Historically, very good against Chicago. But I've also watched Steelers games this year, and that whole 1 wide receiver, 3 tight end package, they're just not the same team as he's had with the likes of those receivers that he had in Green Bay. So.
Look,
it's a little different.
Pittsburgh defense is not the Bengals defense. Okay, they will tackle Chicago. Okay, they will tackle Chicago. We'll be just fine. We'll be just fine for the Pittsburgh Steelers to go ahead and take care of business. And each of these teams will end up 7-3 at the end of the day, 7-4 at the end of the day. So, I'm riding with Pittsburgh. Give it to me here. Are there still trades happening right now? I thought the trade deadline was over.
My trade deadline in a lot of my leagues was last week because the playoffs start in like 3 weeks.
Yeah, it's wild. It's wild. Don't even do weekly leagues anymore.
So this game, it's 7.5 favorite currently for New England. I have New England. I just with the suspension or with their top receiver, they still have good receivers. Don't get me wrong, Higgins and all that. It's just the amount of points that defense allows, and with the amount of talent and growth that New England has on that side of the ball, I think New England puts up a lot of points, and I could even see them winning by more than 7.
Yeah, 7's an interesting one on the road. I'm not sure how much I love 7 in this area, but I do like them to win the game handedly. I think that maybe Cincinnati could get some points late, in that little prevent defense. We'll have to see what happens, but yeah, I like New England here, and they probably cover. They probably cover, but I'm certainly not taking New England with the points in any sort of betting. So I'm with you.
Yeah.
Not much to discuss there with this New England game. I think until Cincinnati figures out how to tackle somebody, I can't really pick them anytime soon.
Yeah. So this game is going to be a Detroit Lions win. However, the Giants will cover the 13 points that Vegas seems to want to give the Lions. Obviously, I know they're at home. A coach better. Well, they have a coach. Let's be honest. We don't. They have a better core on offense. All of our guys are like wide receiver threes and practice squad guys. We have a third string emergency quarterback that's now our starter. But the Giants defense, yes, we invent ways to lose, but we have not lost by more than 10 points all year. We're not going to start today. However, the Lions do get the win. Getting ready to go into Thanksgiving week, I think they get this dub at home. But 13 points to me is a little disrespectful with how, yes, we've been losing. The results aren't there, but we haven't been blown out all year. We've been in games all year. We just managed to lose in the fourth quarter. So I think we cover, and I think Detroit wins.
This is the typical Rocky IV game of the year. Okay, Jameis Winston goes in. He's a lovable underdog, but nobody likes underdogs in Detroit. Detroit is homegrown. Detroit is MCDC territory. But I'm telling you, by the end of the first quarter, you can see Jared Goff and the pompous ass, jackass cheats in the North are just, rousing the crowd up and getting everybody ready. And the crowd is kind of like, what's going on? Do we like that? And then by the start of the third quarter, after halftime, Jameis, battered and bruised, comes out, eating his W's, slinging the ball 50, 60, 70 yards down the field in the air. And all of a sudden in the fourth quarter, it happens. It happens in Detroit. There are chants that begin, Jameis, Jameis, Jameis. And then they come back to bring it within 21 points, and they lose by 17. So I think that's what happens there, sadly. But I absolutely see the crowd really liking him there. Yeah, look, Detroit, the cheats in the North, okay? You got to get it started. The refs need their warm-up game, okay? So don't be surprised if there's a little phantom pass interference, okay? A little false starts, okay? Couple things that you're like, what the fuck? Don't be surprised if on any positive play that the Giants have, all of a sudden it's offensive pass interference. Or, nope.
Oh, that's been all year. That's fine.
3, 4.
Nothing surprises me.
You might see the old 3 take. Look, we reviewed it once and found it to be this way. We reviewed it again, confirmed it. Reviewed it a third time. Well, actually, we had to clean the glasses, and there we go. We're good to go. We're good to go. There we go. So we will have to see what happens. We will have to see what happens. Yeah, we know. Nick, I made a whole song about it, Nick. We know. The cheats in the North. That's the way it works. That's the way it works. When you're allowed to cheat, that's the way it works. It's ridiculous. No, I'm not misunderstanding. This is what I'm telling you. They've been paying the refs just like that. You know who else doesn't get pass interference called against them? The Chiefs. Yeah, you guys are the same. You're misunderstanding, Nick. You're just benefit from it. You're like, look, hey, when you're part of the mafia, you never think you did anything wrong. We had to kill that guy. He was a rat. We had to put a bullet in his children's heads. We had to do it. When you're part of the mafia, you're part of the mafia. Oh, man. We'll have to see. We will have to see. The opposing team has never interfered with your receivers. Well, they don't have to. Your receivers are garbage. They're trash. They suck. You got one route. Jameson Williams, 90 yards down the line. And then Amon-Ra spitting in people, kicking people, punching people. That's what you got. You got an MMA fighter and a guy who runs 4.140. That's it. What's there to interfere with? Let him go. Goff can't hit him in stride. Fuck that. And then Amon-Ra, eventually he's just going to get a fighting penalty. What? No, he won't. Actually, he won't. He's allowed to punch people. That's right. Amon-Ra can punch people. People can't punch Amon-Ra back. That's what it is. That's what it is. Oh, man. Video evidence. Man, if I was the guy for the Commanders, I would not let that go. I would not let that go. But it is what it is. It is what it is. I'm not so salty about nothing. I call it like I see it. I know allergies are affecting my eyes, Nick, but I call it like I see it. It is what it is. When you cheat, you cheat. It is what it is. Now you know what it's like to have been a Patriots fan all those years for the past 20 years. Every time anybody talks about the team, if you're not a fan, they're cheating, and that's the way it works. That's how it goes.
Well, there were a lot of gates in New England. I'm saying.
Yeah, don't worry. We got fourth down gate in Detroit. We got penalty gate in Detroit. We got all the gates. We got just as many gates. I'll start making them. No problem. Let me slide that down a little bit more. We got Minnesota and Green Bay. What a game this one's going to be. NFC North showdown. Between all the teams, that does it really matter whether they win or lose? Because this is the Bears division. I don't know.
Sadly, it currently is looking that way. Every other team keeps beating themselves in the foot. I do have Green Bay at home, 6.5 favorites. I just don't like. I just don't like McCarthy, to be honest. He has drives where he looks really good, and then he has drives where he looks like he could be the third string on, my football team. So it's like, I just don't know what we're getting out of him. It sucks because they have really good weapons at the wide receiver position. But Green Bay at home, it's starting to get a little colder. I think they get it done at home today.
Not a lot to talk about here.
Micah Parsons has like 3 sacks.
Micah Parsons, the most useless, stupid, not talk about worthy player in the fucking NFL. Are you kidding me? Micah Parsons, dude is trash. Trash. $100 million for what? For fucking what? Are you kidding me?
We'll
the
get
pastor.
To that 2-minute drill, GT.
Yep. Thank you, the pastor. Appreciate you sharing those over there. We will answer everything down to the 2-minute drill. You can see we got to go in order down below. And after we get through all these, we get in there. You do appreciate it. Appreciate it. So, that's wild to me. This is wild that Micah Parsons is paid as much as he was. He's an above average pass rusher for sure. But the fact that they paid him like he was going to change
the last drive last week.
Right. Like the dude just goes on month-long vacations. You never hear from him. And then he has one great game against a garbage team and they're like, he's so good. He's so good.
Yeah, that's today.
Okay, well, maybe today's the day. Minnesota's offensive line is looking pretty rough too. I don't disagree with you. I'm riding with the Packers as well. I think that they pull it out. I think this game's closer than anybody thinks. Not because J.J. McCarthy has talent, but because Green Bay fucking falls asleep in games that they're supposed to win. So this is a difficult one for me. It's like whenever Green Bay starts to become a favorite by 5 or more, they fucking suck. So
they're playing down to their their opponent.
Yeah, they ain't that the fucking truth. Holy shit. Browns, anybody? That's a little wild. Oh boy. Seattle and Tennessee coming up here. What's the spread on this? 20?
13.
13. I think that's the only question. Does Seattle cover the 13?
They're on the road, so I'll give Tennessee their, whatever little bit of credit I can. 13's a lot of points. Like you said before we started, they get paid too. They do have a win on their record. I like Seattle. I don't like them covering the 13. They are traveling west to east. It's a 1:00 game. So Seattle wins, but Tennessee covers the points.
Well, Seattle's a little different this year. They eat like some sort of weird ass mix before they travel West Coast to East Coast. They fucking dominate on these games. Give me Seattle by 30. I'll take it. I'll take them with the points for sure.
That's before or after Darnold throws another 5 interceptions.
Nah, he throw 5 picks to Tennessee. Ain't happening. Not happening. Not to Tennessee. That ain't happening. No ghosts over there, okay? He fucking called up Aykroyd and the boys and who are you gonna call? Ghostbusters. Today's the Ghostbusters game for them. 6 touchdowns, no picks. Darnold's going nuts. I should put him as my fantasy quarterback. I think that's it. Yeah, he's going in. Darnold, you're up. Let's go. Moving right along. Game of the week, maybe? Game of the week here? Game of the week.
Tough. Indianapolis is, or I guess I should say Kansas City is 3.5 favorites. Obviously, like I said before, home teams always get that 3 points. So they're giving them a 0.5 point beyond that. I do got Indianapolis. This is the game you need to win. Like, you kind of won games that you should this year. this is the game you need to win to show everybody that you actually are the team that everybody thinks you are. Yeah, you can go out and beat the Jets. You can go out and beat these teams that you're supposed to beat. This is the team that if you're gonna be, who you say you are. This team that you need to beat. So let's get it done today.
I think we got Indianapolis coming fresh off of a bye. Indianapolis can do what Kansas City doesn't want them to do, and these are upsets apparently. So we'll ring the bells.
Yeah.
I don't know how this is an upset. You got Indianapolis, who's widely regarded as the best team in the league, which outside of them and the Rams, like those are the two clear-cut favorites these days. It doesn't make much sense why Kansas City's favorite. What does Vegas know that I don't know? I guess we're going to find out at 1 p.m. But I look at this and I'm like, they're not going to stop the run. Their defense is playing as good as anybody. Like Kansas City at home, maybe I just don't love it.
Storyline. Every year they start slow and then they start gelling, and by November they got their shit together. And what is it? It's the end of November, and it's getting cold in Kansas City, and they're starting to gel. They got all their weapons, and yeah,
and they've lost two straight. They've lost two straight. These guys stink.
I don't think they've ever lost three straight with Andy Reid there. So this is going to be good.
I thought they lost three straight earlier, but I mean, either way, today's the day. Today's the day. Today's the day. Kansas City, you out. Jonathan Taylor and Indiana Jones are crowned kings of the AFC. It'll be interesting to see.
Well, I think they were going to start 0-3, but they beat the Giants, so they start.
Oh, yeah. Okay, gotcha. All right, fair enough. Yeah. Fair enough.
They did start 0-2.
Yeah.
But then they got a get right game against us.
And then they lost two more? No, one more. Yeah, so they were like 1-3, 1-4, something like that. It wasn't great. They went on a little bit of a run, and then now they've lost a couple in a row. So these guys, I don't trust them. Oh God.
Currently 13.5 favorites for the once thought like beaten and in the ground Baltimore Ravens, who are turning it on.
Yeah.
Thankfully, in a terrible, I wouldn't say terrible. I think just an unlucky division this year.
Yes.
This should have been before the season started. This was going to be like a bunch of 10, 11 win teams that were going to be fighting for that first place spot, and it just hasn't panned out that way. Thankfully for Baltimore, they got, Jackson back, and they were, the other teams went on a little bit of a slide, and everybody's kind of just right there outside of the Browns. So they're at home, 13.5. Again, still a lot, but I like the Baltimore Ravens to at least win today.
Yeah, give me the Ravens to win and cover. I do think Derrick Henry has a very large day today, and gets a lot on the ground.
He still plays?
He does. Yeah, he does. He does play. Yeah. He's averaging like 80 yards a game still, surprisingly.
But no touchdowns.
Yeah, not a lot of touchdowns. He's also averaging like a fumble a game too. So, there's always a day where he breaks off a big run, and I think New York traded away all of their run defenders. So, I see that happening. They bottle up Breece Hall, and
that's the whole other thing to the previous game. I mean, he didn't really have a great career in New York except for his rookie year, but that's a whole nother week that Sauce has to learn from his defensive coordinator and to gel with his teammates. Look for Sauce to be a factor in today's game.
Yeah, for Indianapolis, I agree, 1,000%, 1,000%. I think this is one of the reasons why they went and got a guy like Sauce. Like, hey, look, we got to keep that secondary under lock and key here, right? Like, we can't let Kansas City go nuts. So
they know they have something brewing this year, and they went out and
that might be the first impact player in the middle of a trade where I say, you know what, that changed the trajectory of that team, right? Rams were Super Bowl browned before they did their trading back in 2021. 2022 Chiefs didn't really trade for anybody. Chiefs didn't really trade for anybody. Bucks didn't trade for anybody. Trying to remember who was before that. Chiefs didn't trade for anybody. Niners didn't trade. I'm trying to remember who won the Super Bowl that did something that actually traded for somebody that it was impactful. That we thought like, oh, maybe not. Like, it was weird. I can't remember the last one.
Brady signed there as a free agent, but that was same year with.
Yeah, off season and things like that. Brady signed there, Gronk, all that good stuff. Like, that's a thing. Like, that's a thing.
That made a difference, though, for sure.
Yeah. But you have time to gel. Right, but you have time to gel. You have time to put the plans together, things like that. I'm talking about mid-season trades at the deadline. Those things. I generally don't believe that shit works in the middle of the season. Sauce got there. He's like, I don't know the plays. I'm just going to go out there and try to play. We're trying to see. Crooked Commish, welcome in.
I remember that name. It's been a while. How you been?
Absolutely. At first, I thought that
Get to
was
that question.
that was Legend's
Get to
friend.
the-
You know, that's
Yeah,
what I thought at
okay.
first. I'm like, wait, what? I don't
No,
know this stuff.
that's tip your commish.
That's tip the commish. Yeah, exactly,
Yeah.
exactly. Got to make sure we get the reminders in there, but we'll see what happens. We will see what happens. Crooked Commish, we get to all of our questions inside the 2-minute drill of our segments, which you can see at the bottom of the screen. We will get to those questions. We do appreciate it. We love and need them. So thank you for that. We will be answering here shortly as we continue on through our pick'ems and getting in through the weeks here. As I take a look at this Cleveland and Las Vegas game, I'll kick us off here. I like Cleveland today. I like Cleveland. I'm a big Cleveland. I'm on Cleveland. I think that the Raiders just stink. That's my biggest problem here, is that I think the Raiders are so bad that they stink. And we all know, it's time. It's time. So I'm a big fan. I'm a big fan of Cleveland here. I hope he gets his first win in a start. I'm a big Shador fan. Let's see it going. I want to see Shador do big things out there. Finally getting a 1 week of practice with the ones. Maybe he won't look like a lost puppy, and we'll have something to be excited about as a Cleveland fans.
We did do the Bears game, and I think we were split on that one. I went with the Bears. He went with Father Time and the Pittsburgh Steelers.
J.J. Watt. Wait.
Yeah.
T.J. Watt.
TJ.
Wait,
Yeah.
wait. XQ Watt. One of the Watts is out there. That's all that matters. Chicago that young offense ain't got shit on the Watts.
Listen, I don't love the Bears pick either, but I just, unfortunately did switch to them because of the injury. So, but yeah, we did cover that. We both split on that one. Hope that didn't really help you out. Well, I mean, you're probably a Bears fan, so you're probably rooting for them anyway. But yeah, we split on that one. And as far as the Vegas game, I did, I did some thinking. They saw what they had in the QB room, and as terrible as it was, they still had 5 rounds. They could have went out and picked Shador Sanders, and they said, I'm good. I see what we have, terrible, but it's still better than what we could have gotten if we got Shador. So I'm going to go with the Raiders today. I'm taking the Raiders. Even with all the hype and talk that the Raiders were going to go get them, they still decided not to. And today, the Raiders as a group, they come together as a team, and they show why they didn't go pick them, and they sack them a lot. Max Crosby is in his face all day.
I mean, that's a decent enough take. Or Shador will be like, you guys wanted me so bad? Y'all wanted me so fucking bad? Watch. Touchdown. In
To
Vegas.
who?
Doesn't
To
matter.
who?
Jerry Judy? Yeah.
Okay,
Jerry Judy?
the one target. The one target they're going to throw to.
David Njoku? Yeah.
Okay.
Quinshawn Jenkins? Yeah, come on here. Look at this. Max Crosby, get him rushing up the field. Dump off real quick. Oh, is that a bear down? That's a bear down logo. I like it the way that you were able to put that in there. Look at that. Look, I would not be upset if the Bears won because fuck the fucking Lions and the fucking Packers. That would be great if the Bears win that division. I would be extremely excited. But look, let's be honest here. The route to the north there, it goes through the cheats of Detroit. So yeah, you're gonna have to contend with them as we continue.
Today.
So, probably not. Probably not. That's gonna be a tough one. So we'll have to see. That even better. JD, even better. Then I'm 100% riding with Mason Rudolph. I'm 100% riding with Mason Rudolph. Let's go. I was more excited about Mason Rudolph. That's even better. That makes me so much more happy to pick the Steelers because Aaron Rodgers. Fuck that dude. Like that dude, like you said, he throws one bad pass 80 yards over the guy's head and he's staring at his receiver. What? You should have caught that, dude. You're a professional athlete. You should have caught that. Oh, man. Yeah. Is that changing anything for you? Or are you just kind of looking
I gotta question it because we've gotten some bad information in weeks past. Okay.
Oh, yeah,
so I gotta do a little. I gotta do a little research on my.
Yeah. This is what we in the business like to call fact checking. Okay, we can't just trust every source that's out there. We can't just jump to every conclusion that we see, even though we kind of do. That's exactly what we do. So AI didn't get me. I get AI. All right. AI didn't get me shit. I got AI. But I'd heard that Aaron Rodgers was like a game time decision, but I didn't know for sure.
Yeah.
I thought he was pushing a play, and I thought his fucking ego would be like, Tomlin, yeah, I'm fucking playing. That's what I thought for sure. I thought
still
Big
seeing,
Ego.
I'm still seeing game time decision. So we'll see.
Okay, yeah.
But no, it doesn't change my mind.
Okay, fair enough. Fair enough.
Who is they? Who's these they you speak of?
They, the man.
What, your mailman's cousin's uncle that runs the liquor store down the corner? Like, who is they?
Oh man, Adam.
The owner of his darkness retreat?
His ayahuasca dealer, duh. It's obviously the ayahuasca dealer. No. Aaron Rodgers, 1 minute ago was tweeted by Schefter. Aaron Rodgers is out. So
See,
Adam
that's a
Schefter,
reliable source.
Adam Schefter has said that,
No,
and
it still doesn't change my mind. Okay, I'm still rolling with the Bears because now they're even more complete. You're bringing somebody who hasn't even played all year, other than like a few downs.
You're talking about Mason Rudolph, okay? That man survived getting hit in the head with a helmet, okay?
That man's been ping ponged around the NFL more than.
No, just 1 year he was away. He's there. He's there. He got dude's a Steeler for life. Look, he got hit in the head with a helmet by Myles Garrett and lived to tell the day. This guy's tough as nails. He might be dumb as a doornail too, but it is what it is.
I think the only one who's been ping ponged around more is Joe Flacco.
What? He went from the Steelers for like 8 years to the Titans for 1 year. So I'm fucking out of here. I'm leaving Tennessee back to the Steelers. What do you mean ping ponged? What do you mean? Flacco's literally played for 10 teams. He's played for every team in his division, except for the Steelers. Except for the Steelers.
Yeah, he'll be the starter week 1 next year.
I like it.
Guaranteed. Rodgers is going to retire. They're going to need a veteran to come in. Who better?
I like it. We'll get him a
yeah.
cane wrapped in a terrible towel. I love it. I absolutely love
Tomlin's already said how much he respects him. He hated the trade because he knows how good he is.
Yeah. Look, they got him one time. It is what it is.
They always this one they always find a way to win. They're getting it done today. They're at home. Give me the Arizona Cardinals.
Arizona Cardinals. Look at you, the Cardinals. Now I don't know why I'm riding with the Jaguars, because every time I think the Jaguars are going to win, they let me down. I think the Jacksonville Jaguars are the biggest letdown team in the National Football League. They appear to be dominant, and they end up trash. Like, what's wrong with the, I don't get it. I don't get it. So I respect your pick here. I'm rolling with the Jaguars in a game that they should win, which means they're not going to win. They're not going to win.
Right.
They're not going to win. So, all right, let's get into this. I got to grab a water real quick, but you get us started here. Philadelphia travels to Dallas. Let's see it.
Yeah. I like the Eagles here. Dallas, they put up a lot of points on offense. The Eagles defense is better than they've been playing, than a lot of defenses Dallas has been playing. Philadelphia, to my knowledge, still has that stupid ass play that we like to call the tush push. So unfortunately, until that play is banished from the NFL to another planet, I have to take Philadelphia. Banished to a whole nother universe. I have to take Philly. They have Saquon, plays really good against Dallas. Dallas getting ready. They're already thinking about their Thanksgiving Day and, the team coming in for their big Thanksgiving Day game that they have every year. They're overseeing Philly. Give me Philly today.
Riding with the Eagles, which I'm sure gives you no pleasure.
I hate it.
No pleasure.
I mean,
but how could you pick the Cowboys?
Neither one of these, picking neither one of these teams was going to be beneficial to me.
Look, I read something earlier this week. Apparently, Dak Prescott is like 18-2 over the past 10 years or something like that. Is 8-9 years against his own division at home. I mean,
and 10 of 12 of those are against the Eagles or the Giants. So let's be real.
Yes, they do get to play the Commanders and the Giants, obviously at home too. So I get that. But Dallas doesn't lose at home to Philly. Yeah, they do. Yeah, they do. Give me Philly. Give me Philly by a full touchdown. For all the reasons that you said. I believe Jalen Hurts gets his little tushy pushy into the end zone at least twice today. So that's probably a lock bet of the week is Jalen Hurts 2 rushing touchdowns. But we'll have to see what happens.
Are we even really calling them rushing at this point? Like,
Yeah.
thrown-
Rushing. Yeah, they should be
other teams-
2 carrying touchdowns because he carried the ball while somebody carried him. Like,
Yeah.
Oh man, that's terrible. That's terrible.
The garbage game of the week for me.
I have to pick this game. Ugh.
I went with the Saints at home. I think the Cousins thing will maybe give them a little bit juice now that I think it's his first game actually going in as the starter, isn't it?
Yes.
Because he came in a few
a while,
games
yeah.
for an injury.
Yeah.
But this is his first full week participating in practice as a 1. I thought maybe that would give him enough juice, but the Saints, they're, I think are they without London too? I think I read.
Yeah,
So
no
they're without
London. Yeah,
Drake
they'll have Kyle
London.
Pitts. Yeah. They'll have Kyle
I
Pitts
think
in that
they're-
amazing run game. That's the important part
Kyle
there.
Pitts, who was maybe going down as one of the biggest busts. Like, he was supposed to be so much better than what he's been. He has his games, but not nearly enough to be consistent. The Saints find a way to get it done, I think, sadly, today at home.
Well, I mean, I don't care who wins. I happen to think it's going to be Atlanta. I think they can run the ball and they can keep away from that terrible offense.
No, they forget that they have a run game. That's the issue for me.
Yeah.
They forget
Every time
that they have one of the
forget,
best running backs.
every time that we say they forget, boom, it shows up. And they crush Buffalo, right? Things of that nature. So it's in a dome, which Atlanta will prefer. It's not outdoors. I have a feeling that Atlanta finds a way to win this game just because New Orleans is that bad. I think New Orleans is that bad. So, but look, either way, if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. It is what it is. This is where we put our money.
It's only a 1.5
so.
point, so obviously they don't know who's going to win it either.
It's a little bit of a pick 'em. Yeah, 100%. I think Atlanta, their defense is way better than New Orleans. It's like way better. So
it's a 1.5 favorite for New Orleans.
Right. At home, which is you get the 3 from being at home, so it's
Yeah.
So I'm with you. It's a pick 'em game. I'm picking Atlanta for sure.
What is this? Sunday night?
Sunday night.
I'm going with the Rams. Sadly, the Bucks will then be on a 3-game losing streak. I hate to see it. The Rams just are better offensively right now with their weapons. They're not as injured. Defensively, they're pretty good too. They're not going to let Tucker run all over them like he did last week.
Right.
Give me the Rams at home, prime time. What's the spread on this? 7 right now? That's a little disrespectful, I think. But I could see it being like a 4-point game.
Nah. No. This is 35-20 Rams all day long. But I never pick against my own team. It's against my religion. Can't do it. So it is what it is. But this is 35-20 Rams all day long. So their defense is far too good. Our offense is going to struggle. If we put up great points, that would be great. But the fact of the matter is our defensive scheme is still the worst scheme in the league, where we blitz 55% of the time, and that ends up with having fucking this, that, and the other. No, Nick, that's not true. That's not true. It's not true. If it comes down to something where the Rams get to cheat against us, yes, 100%. But that's it. Did I say Buffalo cheated, Nick? No, I didn't say Buffalo cheated because we sucked against them. Okay, like it is what it is. It is what it is. It is what it is. When I see cheating, I call it out. Did I say the Patriots cheated against us? Nope. Didn't say that either. Nope. Just because you beat us doesn't mean you're cheaters. Absolutely not. When you fucking cheat and you break the goddamn rules, guess what? You break the goddamn rules. It is what it is. You're fucking cheaters. Not my fault. Can't do it. Can't do it. Can't do it.
Yeah.
You can't review it once. Review it twice. And on the third time, third time's a charm. It's absolutely ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous. We didn't have a chance. We didn't have a chance to come in there and win that game. Like Patriots beat our ass, ran it down our throats. Okay. Bills beat our ass, threw it over our fucking defensive ends in the end zone. Shocking, right? Is what it is. What are we going to do? Nonsense. But no, Rams are going to win this game. It'll be 35-20. I fully expect them to outclass. Sean McVay is a way better coach than Todd Bowles. So it is what it is. We can't compete when our scheme is terrible. When our scheme is absolutely garbage, you can't compete. So Emma, FA doesn't come around no more. I get it, dude. I get it. FA's a busy person. We ain't even mad at him. We love FA, but we ain't seen him all season. All season,
Yeah,
one time.
I've seen him
One
all
time.
season.
You know, I mean that.
No, I don't even remember seeing him one time.
Yeah, I think I thought one time. I thought one, maybe not.
Must have
Maybe
been
not.
must have been early in the season when they won a game, and then
Yeah, I'm sure. Yeah. Sure, that's the way it was. Yeah.
when they
Rams
beat
minus
us, like,
7.
2 or-
Yeah, Omega thinks they cover 2. I also think they cover. Look, unless our defense can suddenly have a whole new scheme and actually like man up against everybody. And again, it's hard to man up against their wide receivers. Like their team is fucking good. Got Devontae Adams, who was a little bit banged up, but not really. Puka Nacua.
Okay, so
like we don't have
you hit one
Jamel
of
Dean
those
this
tight
week.
ends across
know?
the middle.
Oh yeah, the tight ends are right. They're going to shred Servassier. And number 8, our middle linebacker, who's supposed to replace Levante at some point, that is garbage. He is so bad in coverage. He's so bad in coverage. He might as well be Micah Parsons in coverage. It's so bad. He is really not good. So I'm not looking forward to anything that involves tight ends. So we'll have to see. Nate Landman got extended yesterday, so he's more motivated now. Yeah, I don't know if I buy into any of that bullshit that cash motivates people or doesn't motivate people. Who knows? But it obviously means that his production has warranted getting paid. So as long as he keeps up his production, he'll be good, I'm sure. But yeah, I got no faith in our defense to stop Los Angeles at all. That's the biggest problem, is that we might end up scoring 30, but I think Los Angeles scores 35. We might score 40, but I think Los Angeles will score 50, right? Like, it's just, no matter what happens, they're going to outscore us. And I just don't think we score a ton against their defense. They got a really good defense, so we'll have to see. We will have to see. Epic Domo, appreciate that. We answer all the questions in the 2-minute drill. Good news for you is that's coming up faster than it is slower. So I'm going to go ahead and get that recorded. If you just want to hang out with us just for a little while longer, we will get to all the user-submitted questions in the order they are received. We will have to see. Means you get to save cap room to pay Puka next year. That'll be a fun one to see how much Puka demands, because he's going to be worth every penny, whatever he gets.
That you probably, I mean, how many more years? Is this the last year for Stafford? I don't know how long that Adams deal was. Like, is this his only year there? Like, there's money. You might have to move on for some people.
That's always true. Always true. That core defense, though. That core of the defense. I mean, their defensive line.
They're young. 2 of them came from Florida
players.
State. This is their second year, so they still got 2 more years under their rookie deals. Like, yeah, you're gonna have to spend some money in the coming years, not just on Puka, but defense as well.
We keep getting disconnected or some shit. I wonder if we got disconnected and it kind of came back. I have no idea. Hopefully, if you're out here and hearing this, refresh it in case you don't see anything. Couldn't tell you. It keeps like randomly posting that we're live over and over again. Gotta love it. All right, last game of the week that we got coming up here. It is the Carolina Panthers traveling out to the West Coast to take on the San Francisco 49ers. I'll kick us off right here. I got San Francisco and I got San Francisco big here. I don't think there's a ton to talk about. I think they're just a more mature team coming. They're getting healthier, and they're getting ready to see. I like them against the Panthers. I don't think the game is going to be as big of a blowout or as bad as it could possibly be, but that'll be the one there.
No, but I absolutely do think Christian McCaffrey is going to have Panthers fans crying by the end of this game, realizing what they had, and they just never could build around him and give him the team that he deserved. I mean, I know it's crazy to build around one person, but I don't think, like he said it before, he never thought he'd ever leave Carolina, and then he got the chance to. I mean, sure, he's happy now because he's playing on a better team. Hasn't produced, the result I'm sure that they would want it yet, but,
Yeah, they're Super Bowl or bust. That's really what they are. They are Super Bowl or bust team. So I get it. They got there one time with him, right when they first traded for him, I believe, but didn't win it. Or was it maybe the year after? But either way,
Kansas City beat 'em.
Yeah, they're poised to make another run if they can get through their division. Fucking tough ass division out there. That's a hard division to play in right now. So that might be the best division in football, I think. If I had to really put a number to it, I think I would call them the best.
But yeah, I mean, Carolina, like Omega, Carolina was supposed to be a little better than I mean, their record's not bad right now, but they definitely gelled the last like month of last season and going into the off season with some of the moves they made. The hype was around them to be a little bit better than they were last year, and they're not terrible. They just aren't consistent enough, right? They go out and
Think
trounce
about
a
it
team
this way.
30-0.
Think about it this way. If what we think is going to happen with the Bucks game and the Rams win, right? And the Panthers
They're one
somehow
game back.
beat the 49ers, the Panthers are leading the division, right? So at the end of tomorrow night, if they win and they're 7-5 and we're 6-5, they're a half a game ahead in the division.
Yeah, it's a cruel world, this sport that we like to watch.
So for the Panthers fans, I'm sure they look at this like, hey, this is a game. This is a game they got to have. The game they need to have. It's a game that they absolutely must have, right? It's absolutely wild. Now, I fully have all the faith in the world that we will beat their ass twice in the next 5 weeks. I have all the faith. We're coming for that ass, Carolina. Don't you worry about that, okay? But we'll have to see what happens,
Week
have to
18
line up
is
and play.
looking to be Week 18's lining up to be a really good one.
Right. We play them twice here coming up soon. We got the Cardinals and New Orleans. So we should not lose after today, we should not lose a game to the playoffs. Period. So we should end 11-5 and the hottest team in football, blah, 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 blah. So we'll have a bunch of hype and bullshit, but at the end of the day, it doesn't matter because we're going to have to either play the cheating ass Lions, right? Or we'll have to play a really good, LA team or something like that. Like it's going to be just a tragic mess. Or the Eagles or, it'll be, who's going to be, I'm trying to think who's Packers.
Yeah, you don't want to go on,
you
don't want to go on the road in the first round of the playoffs.
Last time we were on the road in the first round of the playoffs, it worked out just fine. Handled business up in Landover. Then right into New Orleans, off to Green Bay, and then the home game. Obviously, at home was fantastic, but that's the last time we were on the road. And since then, we've won the division bunch of. It's not been great. Early exits, a lot.
So as we shamelessly plug this one more time, remember, you can always still get into this week, but going into next week, our DraftKings weekly that we do will start on Thursday. So Tuesday and Wednesday, I know because Thursday will be busy. You still have time until 1 o'clock on Thursday to get your teams in, but Thanksgiving starts every year on Thursday. I know it's crazy, but this year we have 3 games again. Packers, Lions, Chiefs, Cowboys, and Bengals and Ravens. Again, our DraftKings will run Thursday through Monday next week. So if you want to get in, join Discord, and the link will be in there Tuesday morning. So you'll have 2.5 days to sign up, get your team in. And do we want to talk about these games right now? Or
I mean, it's an early pick for me. I'd like to see who gets hurt, doesn't get hurt, and things like that. So we could talk about it a little bit as it's constructed, as it sits today. I mean, I'm happy to talk about it. Look, the Cheats in the North have got the favorite here. They're at home. They get to cheat. They're going to beat the Packers. The Packers are too huck and chuck for me. They got one move, okay? And that's Jordan Love run around in a fucking circle like he's playing Madden, throw the ball 90 yards north and hope that it comes down. Like the Packers are just far too overstated. Lions should be a better team than the Packers. I give me the Lions in a game here, assuming that everybody's healthy and all that good stuff. Give me all that. What's up, Herb? How you doing? Bam Bam's riding with your Bears today. I'm riding with fucking reality, and that is that one TJ Watt is going to put Caleb Williams on the ground over and over again today. Give me the Steelers today. That's our picks, in case you missed them earlier. But, yeah, you've got some other Bears fans in the chat also, so people came in with the bear down emoji, so we'll have to see. So I like the Lions here. What do you think it happens, Lions-Packers, Thanksgiving Thursday?
Yeah, so despite the Lions' Thanksgiving record, which isn't very good, I do think the Lions owe the Packers a ass beating after a week 1 loss. When everybody all of a sudden thought the Packers were going to go 16-0 and run the gauntlet, and the Lions get it done. I think at home on Thanksgiving, especially, like I said, that ass beating just got a different taste in their mouth for this one.
Look, if Jared Goff gets hurt,
they would play the Bears.
Yeah, if Jared Goff gets hurt or Jamar Gibbs pulls a hamstring or something like that, like I can't say I'm going to 100% pick this because they got a game to play between now and then. But assuming everything that we know now is true, come Thursday, I'm riding with the Lions myself too. I'm riding with my Lions.
Yeah, I mean, and then to move on to this next game, if the Chiefs go 0-3 or they'll lose their last 3 games if they lose today, um, I think they go into Dallas and absolutely ass smack the out of the Cowboys all game long.
Yes.
They're gonna be playing pissed off. And to be honest, even if they win today, I think they go into Dallas and ass smack them
Right.
all around.
Right.
Like, I don't
No
care.
matter
if
what
they're at
happens
home.
here, they're riding the
Yeah.
Cowboys like they're a newly purchased horse and they got to go across country and it's the 1600s. Okay, they're just gonna giddy up all day long. That's a little awkward. Let's not do that again. But yeah, that's my point. They're gonna take care of the Cowboys without an issue.
And then again,
I know,
like you said, this is barring any drastic. Like if Mahomes goes down today,
Right, oh
like,
yeah, I'm right with the Cowboys.
you know what I'm
Well,
saying? Yeah.
would I don't know. Like I think they beat him even without Mahomes. Like they I don't know. We'll have to see. But yes, yeah, I agree. Assuming all the health, yeah, 100%. You're right. You're absolutely right.
And
about
then this game here, Ravens all day.
Right.
Even if Joe does come back, which I mean, if they lose today, do you even really want to bring back Joe Burrow? Like, why are you doing that? Like, it
No.
makes no sense to me.
Right, I'd shut him down. I understand he's a competitor. He's going to want to get out there and play. I get it. I'd shut him down.
What are you playing for at that point? Because if you lose your 8 losses, you literally got to win the rest of the year to go 9-8.
Right.
Like, you're not getting into the playoffs going 9-8.
Exactly.
Like,
It's just,
so
I'm with you.
again, this is our early preview of Thanksgiving. Just kind of reminding you that our week will start on Thursday for DraftKings. So it's good. I think it'll be a fun little few matchups. And then Herb says Black Friday, which is the second year I think of them doing this, will be the Bears and the Eagles. That's going to be a snooze fest.
Right, exactly. Eagles by 10,000. Like, what are we talking about here? Eagles would be carrying Jalen Hurts all over that banged up, busted up Bears defense. Are we even kidding me? That is going to be the terrible, terrible game. You think that game's going to be good, Herb? Oh my, oh my, good Lord. Whoo! Somebody better pour me up a double of whiskey for that game. Shit. I don't know how I'm going to be able to get through that one. Anyway, let's talk about a couple of our bets. Like, do we? I don't. Do you want to talk about bets? I don't want to talk about bets.
No, I really don't. It was hard for me to put some of these in.
Oh man,
not gonna lie.
Struggle bus I've been on.
Yeah, it hasn't been fun.
All right, well, let's talk about them one by one, I guess.
I went rushing, passing, and receiving like I always do.
Okay.
I went kind of safe this week. I mean, I've been saying that for weeks, and I haven't fucking hit a bet in, I feel like, since week 2.
I know, right?
Kenneth Walker for 50 yards against the Titans. You would think that should hit, right? Like, come on.
Yeah.
Brees Hall. I mean, kind of like one of their only weapons. You would think he can at least get 50 yards. DeAndre Swift against the Steelers, 50 yards. Like, come on, what are we doing? And then Travis Etienne, their top option they have. Let's get 50 yards against the Arizona defense. Javonte Williams against the Eagles. It's a divisional game. It's going to be a tough, gritty game. You're going to run the rock all game. You should be able to get 50 yards in 4 quarters of football. And then Ashton Genty against the Browns defense. There's no reason why you can't get 50 yards today.
You want to know the one reason why he can't get 50 yards? Because they won't give him the fucking ball. How about that? Fucking 7 yards last week or some shit. Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
Fuck Ashton Genty. He literally blew up every one of my parlays. Every one of my parlays.
Terrible play calling. I've been dealing with it all year.
Stinks. This guy fucking stinks.
Let's get like fourth quarter of the Giants game. Let's throw it to the guy who's known to give up on routes. What does he do? Gives up on a route. James Winston throws an interception. That's fucking great. Dude hasn't had a touchdown reception in 4 years in the NFL. With the game on the line, let's give it to the guy who hasn't done it yet.
Right.
What are we doing?
Right. And James gets blamed for it, of course.
We just signed a guy 3 days prior, led the team in receptions and yards, but where is he when the game matters? Oh, not on the field. Make good fucking play calling.
I hear you. Look, this is fantastic. Our coaching, right? This is it. It's our coaching. Everything's fine.
Anyway,
everything's okay. We're not angry. We're not mad. Everything's fine.
Went with receptions on this one. I went from 5 to 4 because I'm fucking tired of losing. So what's everybody going to do today? They're only going to get 3.
I hope
Jamar
not,
Chase
man,
out.
I know the feeling.
Went with T. Higgins with Chase being out today. You would think he would step up in that wide receiver one position, right? So let's get the ball to him. Zay Flowers against that taken apart Jets defense. Let's get 4 receptions to your number one receiver there. Tyler Warren, Travis Kelce. Let's battle of the tight ends today. Let's see that all day. What you can do, I can do better type thing. I'd love to see Tyler Warren go for a big game. Starts with 4 receptions. Justin Jefferson against his, division rival there with the Packers. 4 receptions. Playmakers make plays. Get him the ball. You saw it earlier when the Bengals played the Steelers. You get the ball to Jamar Chase 18 times. You're going to win the game. Get the ball to Justin Jefferson. Michael Wilson, last week, balled out. You're again the wide receiver one today. 4 receptions for you. Should be pretty easy if your quarterback's going to throw 40 completions. You know what I'm saying? You
Absolutely.
should find the ball four times there. And then George Pickens, don't know what exactly happened, but him and CeeDee Lamb were on the sideline to start the game last week. Let's not. Oh, was it? Okay.
They were in Vegas. They were in Vegas. Yeah, CeeDee Lamb owned up to it. They talked to us, and he said, "Well, we hit the town the night before, And yeah, they went out. They threw a couple brewskis back. Maybe visited a show or two. Took in some of the Las Vegas scenery, if you would. So
yeah. I don't know how the people who play in Vegas don't get in more trouble, but hey, well, it is what it is. I guess it's kind of like I lived in Florida. How many times did I ever go to Disney? It's kind of like one of those things when it's around. I think it's one of those. And then George Pickens. I think CeeDee Lamb should have a big game after last week.
Ain't nothing to do in Dallas, okay?
Yeah.
Ain't nothing to do in Dallas. It's your hometown. Nothing to do there. You're fine. Okay?
Yeah. 4 receptions.
Yeah.
This should all today. You know what I'm saying? These are all big names. 4 quarters of ball, 4 catches. That's a catch a quarter. Let's do this.
Exactly. Your teams need you, boys. Your teams need you. Step up. Be there for your quarterbacks. Catch the fucking ball.
You're telling me a guy off the practice squad from another team came in 3 days, had 5 catches for the Giants last week. You can't get 4 and you've been on your team all year? Come on. Let's get it done.
Let's get it done. Let's get it done, boys. Teams need you. This is it. Crunch time.
And then what are we going here? Passing yards? Yeah, Sam Darnold's not going to have 5 interceptions this week. You're going against the Titans. You know what he's going to have? He's going to have more than 220 yards passing, that's for sure. Daniel Jones, he had 2 bad games this year. That doesn't continue today. He goes in and he makes Kansas City his bitch, okay? He goes for 220 yards. Then we got Jordan Love. Like you said, he does his little ropey dope, spins around 5 times in the backfield, hitting that circle button, and then he chucks it up for 80 yards. Well, guess what? If he's got 80 yards, I only need 140 for the rest of the game, okay? So 220 yards should be very doable at home, nonetheless. And then Jacoby Brissett, homie, if you're throwing for 40-plus completions a game, I know it's not going to happen every game. Let's just say you're throwing for 30 completions this week. You should be able to get 220 yards, okay, against Jacksonville. Depends on which Jacksonville shows up today, of course. And then Matthew Stafford, you got weapons on your left, your right, behind you, in front of you. Let's find the ball to your weapons today and get 220 yards.
Okay? It doesn't even matter if he's got weapons or not. It doesn't matter, okay? Look, Josh Allen didn't have weapons, but it's about the Bucs, okay? This is more about the Bucs and Yaya Diaby covering Puka Nacua all day long. That's what Todd Bowles thinks is going to happen. 6'4", 270 pounds against Puka Nacua. Lockdown all day long. Can't wait to see it. He might have 220 in the first quarter. He might have 220 in the first fucking quarter. It's ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous.
So this is my passing, receiving, and rushing week 12.
I like it. It should hit, which means that it won't.
Yeah, you would think.
It feels good. Everything about your bets feel good this week. It feels good.
And then I went with my big blue bet, Jameis for 210 yards. We're going to be down, okay? So we're going to be airing the ball out. 210 yards is doable as long as he's not turning the ball over. So to get 210 yards, we're going to need 25 out of Theo Johnson. We're going to need 25 out of Wan'Dale Robinson. We're going to need 25 from Darius Slayton. And we're going to need 25 for Isaiah Hodgins. We're going to need to get all our weapons involved. And then on the run game, because we don't want to get one-dimensional here, we need 25 from Tyrone Tracy, and we need 25 from Devin Singletary. And to do this, we will keep within 12.5 points of the game, and we will at least cover the spread.
I like it. I definitely like it. But you still playing against the cheats, right?
Hey, it's fine.
You're gonna find a way to take some of
We,
these yards off the board.
you
That's
know,
exactly what's gonna happen.
we,
That's the way they're gonna
we,
do it.
infi- we
That's the way they're
find
gonna do it.
ways to lose games, and we got to find ways to stay in games this week.
I hear you. I hear you. I like the bets. This one I like, but for something about it, the fucking cheats. I can't do it. The cheats in the north. Let's talk about a couple of the nonsensical bullshit things that I have that obviously should hit but won't. Let's take a look here. So I'm riding with a lot of the same things that we talked about earlier. Travion Henderson going against a defense that doesn't tackle. Okay, Cincinnati Bengals. I'm sorry, I've watched you not tackle people way too many times to allow this guy. He should have at least one rush for 60 or more yards. Like that should just the way it should go. Derrick Henry, it should be at 100 yards. Look, 100 yards is only plus 145. Like everybody's like, yeah, he's gonna get 100 yards. Obviously, pretty simple. Travis Etienne, I was shocked at. 60 yards was plus 173. I figured this would be a no-brainer for Travis Etienne. Like, he's been doing everything for them out there. So, give me Travis Etienne at 60 yards or more, and then give me Quinshon Judkins at rookie in Cleveland. Look, Cleveland, Shadur's got to hand the ball off a lot in order to get in a rhythm and make sure that Max Crosby isn't just fucking pinning his ears back and taking his ass to the ground. So, look for them to try to have a big day on the ground. I think they're going to try at least. I think they're going to try. So Etienne has a shoulder injury. That's good to know, JD. Well, this bet's probably fucking cooked, which means he'll be out and gone
To be honest,
rather quickly.
the only thing that would scare me about this lineup today would be the Travion Henderson because of the whole returning of Ramon Stevenson. Like, coaches love to go back to their number ones.
I agree. Yeah. I get that. I'm worried. What I think Henderson, like, he gets maybe 7 or 8 carries for like 100 yards. Like, I think he's gonna have one and just boom right up the sideline. So
Fresh legs.
Yep. I look at Travion Henderson.
You saw last week with Tucker. You just need one run.
Yeah, I mean, look, Tucker's got that big play ability in him all the time. We just don't often give it to him a lot. And I think he's got to get better at pass blocking, and he's got to get better at pass catching. And the more he does that, the more he'll turn into a complete back. Teams kind of know when he's on the field, it's probably a run play, or he's a decoy, right? So it's one of those two things. They don't really look at him as those threats. So as he develops those skills, which I think he's coming along, he's pretty darn good. So Bucks fans have been high on Tucker forever. They love the guy. But the coaching staff has been struggling to put him out there. But given the fact that our coaching staff likes to do a bunch of bullshit and have fucking defensive ends covering wide receivers, I'm trusting the fans more than I am the coaching staff. So we'll see. Look, Travis Etienne breaks a big one early. JD takes care of the business. We see a 70-yard touchdown run, and we're off to the races. I'm looking forward to that one. So I did a little rushing, and then I did a little passing here too. I like passing. I didn't like a lot on the receiving side, so it is what it is. But this one here, I got Jameis at 210. So I'm with you on that. I think that's the exact number you have. Yeah. That's the number that I got. Yeah. Absolutely. They're going to need it. Even if they're down, I think he's going to air it out and try to get him back in the game. Keep that spread close. I like it. I like it a lot. Drake May just fucking passes everywhere, all over everybody. Yeah. So, yeah. I like him. I like him here.
Against the Bengals?
Yes, exactly. That defense is, again, they don't know how to tackle anybody. It could be all short passes, and they just, run right by everybody, as evidenced by Caleb Williams, obviously. Then give me Darnold, huge bounce back game. I think we're kind of aligned there. I think 250 yards makes sense. I like Brissett. We're aligned there. And then give me Dak. I think he finds the way to get some passing yards, probably a little late. I think the game's going to be close, but never close, if that makes sense. Like, it'll always feel like, hey, if the Cowboys just get that one stop, then they could pull it within a 1-score game type thing, right? Like, they'll always kind of be 10 down or 7 down or 9 down or something like that. They'll be kind of in it, like, but they never get that thing that they need to actually get in the game, which will cause Dak to keep throwing, I think, for sure. So I like that one, and I feel confident about this one. I love the rushing one. I really do. I don't know why I do, but I just love it. And then this one, I think I'd hammer this one 3 times over. I like this one so much. Now, obviously the Travion Henderson thing's a little scary, but I'm telling you, I think he gets plenty of playing time. He gets in there. I think Quinshon Judkins, for the reasons we talked about earlier, he's got to handle the load for the Browns and get Shador going, right? Like he needs that running game. He needs a little bit of that there, and they have to know that. They have to know that in Cleveland. They're not football idiots, are they? They're not stupid about football in Cleveland, are they? And then Trey McBride, I think, look, this guy, he's on like a roll of like 5 straight weeks with a touchdown or something like some shit like that. Like he's just tearing people up, and I think that continues. Jacksonville allows, plenty of points to opposing defenses. So I have a feeling that the Cardinals will find a way to get in. And I mean, you got him winning. You got him winning.
I saw his numbers with Brissett compared to Murray. It's ridiculous. It's stupid crazy. Like the different night and day of like what a quarterback can do for a team.
Right. And look, it is what it is. Kyler Murray is obviously an immense athlete. He's very good. He's performed at a high level in the NFL. But the fact of the matter is that his height does cause disadvantages when those linemen are blocking up in the middle, where Trey McBride, obviously most of Trey McBride's routes are going to be in the middle of the field. Like I could see that. Maybe it's narrative, maybe it's trash, but like it's really easy to go to that and be like, Kyler's got a lot of success on the outsides. On the outside, could throw it deep on the outside, easy. Middle of the field passes, I don't know. It's got to be a window, right? Got to be a real big window for him to see through. So I don't know.
I think it more to his ability to run compared to the lack of ability for Brissett to run.
That's fair. That's fair.
Where Brissett's more of a passer, and when things break down, his first instinct is to, go off with his legs.
That's fair.
Compared to Brissett, where he's going to check down to his third or fourth option.
Yeah, that's totally fair. That's totally fair. I also have the same criticism of Baker because Baker's a smaller guy too. Not quite a big taller guy. He has he struggles throwing the ball over the middle of the field with Baker. So maybe he needs to learn how to use his legs a little bit more. We'll have to see. Although Baker's not a Kyler Murray athlete. Let's not even compare those two. So those are my parlays of the week. I'll probably put in a couple more as I'm sitting here and continuing staring at the screens today. I do have a big Bucks bet. Guess what? It ain't that big, but it is a Bucks bet. So give me a couple things here. I think Godwin gets 3 catches. I think they want to get him involved, get NFL action back underneath there. I think they find a way to get him the ball, maybe some screens, something like that, try to slow down the pass rush. Give me Godwin at 3. Give me Sean Tucker at 40 rushing yards, just because I think they're going to try to lean on him to rush the ball a little bit more. We'll have to see. 40 might be too much. I don't know. I have a feeling Baker's going to have a breakdown moment where he's going to be like, I got to get out of here, and 15 yards on the ground. And then I do think that Baker finds a way to get himself in the end zone. One of those, fine, I'll do it myself moments, but again, I think all of this happens in a losing effort. I'd love for us to win. That'd be amazing if we somehow find a way to beat the Rams. And if we actually beat them, like we beat their best in our best, that would be great. But if they find a way to shoot themselves in the foot and Stafford throws 7 interceptions or some shit, it's an anomaly. Like he's not going to do that all the time. So we'll have to see what happens. We'll go from there. But I don't see any way that Stafford blows this game for them or any of those things that could happen. So we'll have to see. We'll have to see what happens. So there's the betting portion of the show. Again, I've been super cold. Fade me with appropriate level of attention and details. We'll have to see. The daily fantasy has been the only thing that I have been doing well on. And even then last week, it was very break-even-ish, lost a little bit. So not great. Looking forward to a big bounce-back week this week for me. But the bets have been fucking dry. Talking like January dry, Not good. But we'll have to see what happens.
Like July and August, Florida dry.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, terrible. No, not even humidity. Ugh. Terrible. So
let's get to the 2-minute drill, get some of these questions answered, and
we'll get ready for the big show, everybody.
Get to getting, because now I definitely need to go check some of my yearly fantasy teams with some of these reports coming in.
Yep, that makes sense. Right there. All right, so the first question that we got coming up here was from DP Firefighter. Thank you so much for asking this question. Obviously over an hour and a half ago. If you're still out here, big shout out. Say something in the chat. But Green Bay's defense or New England's defense?
Both tough because, the Bengals, they're playing the Bengals, right? New England.
New England's Bengals. Yep. Mm-hmm. And
The
Packers
issue
have
is
the Vikings. Yeah, it's
right. So both are tough matchups. Um, don't get me wrong. Like Chase being out today sucks, but they still score points. You know what I'm saying? It's not like they can't. The issue with their team is that they score 40, but they give up 41.
right.
The issue's never been scoring. With that being said, I probably would lean towards Green Bay, just because the Vikings, despite having the weapons, I don't trust the quarterback as much.
That's where I lean. JJ McCarthy, 9. Whoever the fuck this guy. The guy's played 7 NFL games and he's got an alternate nickname. Ego, like he's, come on.
Yeah.
Give me Green Bay. Give me Green
Who
Bay
does
at
he think
home.
he is? Jackson Dart? Come
Yeah,
on.
right.
Now.
Wait. Dart has a fucking nickname too?
No, but he should. He should.
Oh, he should have a nickname. Gotcha. I was like, does he have
Actually,
an alter ego?
he does. He does. He's Dart Vader.
Darth Vader. Oh God. Oh, that's right. He
why he
thinks he's
does
fucking
one of them.
Anakin Skywalker.
Yeah. And then
He does
and
know
then,
that was from getting cut in the face, right? Like that's not a sign of a good thing. You did not avoid injury. Like
yeah, that's good. He's a dog. He's looking for that contact. Well, that got a concussed and made him lose 2 games. Son of a bitch. But let's go move on to our next question.
right now he's laying in the ground and Mustafar yelling at Obi-Wan, "I hate you!" because he's all busted up and banged up. Come on now, dude. Oh boy. All right, let's go ahead and get on to the next question here. Let's see. This one comes from K-Space. Appreciate you if you're still out there. Give us a shout out in the chat. Let us know. Appreciate the like earlier. Thank you so much. Pick one. Dobbs, Romeo Dobbs, I guess Keyshawn Butte or Chris Godwin Jr. Full PPR. I don't like Godwin. I think he gets a couple catches.
I don't think today. He has what's his second, third game of the year.
Yeah.
He played, got injured again.
Yeah.
I don't know if he's going to be able to stay all 60 minutes.
I know. I think
give me a little stretch.
Yeah, I agree with you. It's too soon. It was way too soon for Godwin. So I think I'm going to go with Booty, right?
Yeah, I'm going with Booty. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think, like I said, I think that Cincinnati defense is going to get got today, and him, Diggs, they're all going to get theirs today.
And you never know who's going to be the lucky recipient of Jordan Love's Huck and Chuck. You never know.
It could be Dobbs, but we don't know.
Could be Watson. You never know. You have no idea.
Yeah.
You have no idea.
Watson's came back. He's looked good the last few games. He seems to be the wide receiver 1 option there.
HOI, I'm glad you're so confident. I'm glad you and Bam Bam together are confident. You know what I say?
Well, don't put that
TJ
on,
Watt.
Don't put that on me. I'm not a Bears fan.
I know. No. You picked them today.
Yeah.
You picked them today.
Yeah. And it was hard. I don't like the Bears.
I know, right?
I don't like Caleb Williams.
Right.
I just think they find a way to get the game done today.
Interesting. I think he's running for his life. That'll be a fun one to see. All right, GT had a question. GT, hopefully you're still here. If you are, give us a little shout out. If you're not, I'm sorry we got back to you so late. Maybe you'll come back and see this a little bit later on. You had 2 questions here. So you wanted to trade Devontae Adams and Managai, I can't pronounce his name, for Derrick Henry and Alvin Kamara.
Manungai, yeah.
Manungai, yeah. There, thank you, Manungai.
So Henry's giving you yards, but no touchdown production at all. Kamara's still in the league. That's shocking to me.
Is that Alvin Kamara? A different Kamara? It's got to be different Kamara, right? Like Alvin Kamara is not.
I'm not touching that trade.
Yeah, not even.
Yeah, Manungai.
Yeah.
With the production that Adams is giving you alone.
Yeah, if I'm the guy with Henry and Kamara, and you take this trade, I'm doing the fucking dance. I fleeced this fool. You know?
What this tells me is you're in desperate need of running back help.
Right. For sure.
That might be. So, I mean, I would love to follow up with who are your other wide receivers. Because if you can afford
it has to be Puka Nacua. It has to be Puka Nacua in order for you to get rid of Devontae. And even then, Nacua is a catch and yards guy, so it's got to be PPR. Because Devontae's getting every touchdown.
Because this season, Manungai is going to have his when Swift's out. But still, this season, Swift is still running back 1. Manungai is going to get his, but he's not an everyday running back 1 in Manungai. Henry and Kamara, and like I said, I need to see the rest of this roster because if you're able to give up Adams, like what else do you have?
Well, look at the next question, right? It also has trade Hunt for Burrow. So that tells me you got Kareem Hunt as your running back. So you got Hunt and Manungai, who you're not happy with, right? I don't know who your other quarterback is. That's an open-ended question too. Like, who are you replacing? Are you replacing Stafford with Burrow? Probably not. Are you replacing Flacco with Burrow? Okay, probably.
And for me, you're taking this in thought that you think the Bengals are winning today, because in no world should Joe Burrow see the field the rest of this season if you lose today.
I mean, there's
For
yeah,
what?
yeah. I understand if they did play him, I wouldn't even be like, I wouldn't be 100% shocked if they did play him because look, he hasn't played a lot. Like he's been injured a lot. He needs to get reps. He needs to get that cohesiveness. Like he's got to continue to do that.
For what?
You
6
know,
more games that aren't
yeah,
going to
that
get
are
you to the
meaningless.
playoffs?
I'm with you. They're meaningless. I don't disagree with
The
that.
chance
But
you could go out and tear an ACL and now you're out all of 2026?
you never know, but or you could go out and get meaningful reps with your guys that build for next year. There's something to be said about that. I don't know if you always play scared of injury, then why ever play the guy? So it's just it's a scary thing. It's like
It's
every
not,
team that
it's not even so much of being scared; it's being smart about it because you're not going anywhere this year.
I get it's for nothing. I also understand like you got a guy who's is often injured like Burrow. Like how many actual reps does he have? He's been in the league 6-7 years, but maybe has 3 years worth of game reps. Like that experience is a thing. And Joe Burrow is very good, so maybe I'm reading too much into it. But he's obviously been very good, taking his team to the Super Bowl. I would, if we could get Joe Burrow instantly, I'd give up lots and lots of things for Joe Burrow. So I'm not trying to be too overly critical. I'm just saying I could see why he would want to play and why we would make the case. I see it.
But
I understand it.
for me, I'm not touching either one of these trades.
Yeah,
To answer
I'm
the
saying.
question,
Yeah, exactly. I'm with you. Same thing. I think these trades are not very good personally. So, the pastor has a couple. We got to sit one of the following people in a full PPR. Got Jameer Gibbs, Chase Brown, Travion Henderson, Stephon Diggs, George Pickens, and Ted McMillan. Man, is it Brown? You said? Right. Like full PPR is tough. Like
you're not sitting any wide receivers.
I don't think so. Right? Like Diggs is the number one guy where he's at. Pickens he's going to be needed to get back into the game. McMillan probably going to be a lot with catches.
Detroit does a lot of gadget plays. They get the balls to the running backs.
Yeah,
it's really between Trayvon, unfortunately, because of the pitch count that he's going to be on with.
I agree. Yeah.
With Stevenson coming back and Chase Brown, they're going to be passing it to get back into the game. In my thinking,
the Bengals, yeah.
Maybe it is Chase Brown this week.
I think it's Brown as well. I really could see quite a bit of running coming out of the second half with New England. I think they want to be the ground and pound team, and I could see them being like, okay, 3 runs to Henderson, 3 runs to Stevenson, 3 runs to Henderson, 3 runs to Stevenson. I could see them like trying to divvy it up. Yeah, exactly. Well,
our offense,
yeah, it just depends on how much they're sustaining drives, right? It could be like 3 straight runs to Stevenson, and then like, okay, get Travion in for 2, 3 more to Stevenson. Like they could really be going crazy. It's just one of those things that they each might end up with like 20 carries, is what I'm saying. So, and if Travion gets 20 carries, I think he hits 100 yards easy. So, it just depends on where Chase Brown ends up. I know he catches passes. He's out there. He's down there all the time. I just don't.
I mean, it does kind of scare me too with Jamar Chase being out. Like maybe they do go to him, but I don't think they're going to be in a spot where they can continue to run the ball. I think they're going to need to get back into the game. So
this roster, Pastor, and hopefully you're still out there. This roster really means you've got a really good team, and your decisions you have to make are very difficult, very, very difficult. So that obviously happens when you have a good team and guys are playing big time. But I think all the wide receivers you got to play. They're on teams that are going to be throwing to keep up, except for Diggs. Maybe Diggs. I don't know. It's a tough one. That's a tough one. That's for sure. Crooked Commish, hopefully you're still out there. Go ahead and get over to your question. You got the next one coming up. You've got 2 crappy running backs to pick from. Who do you think is the better play this week? Emmanuel Wilson, who's taken over for Josh Jacobs, Josh Jacobs is not playing. So Emmanuel Wilson is stepping in as RB1 for Green Bay, or Jordan Mason, who I think Aaron Jones is hurt, but Mason's been doing a lot of split anyway. So I don't know if it makes a big difference there.
It's got to be Wilson here because for the fact that he is getting RB1 reps.
Yeah.
And at any time they could just sit Mason and give him the ball like 6 times.
Right. And I firmly believe that the Vikings will probably be playing from a trail position almost all day. So it feels like their running opportunities will be limited as is. So give me Wilson. Give me Wilson. I think Wilson kind of steps in, and he's obviously not Josh Jacobs, but I think he tries to fill that role as best he can.
No, but he looked. I mean, again, our crappy defense. He looked okay in the carries that he did get last week. So
yeah. Emmanuel Wilson filled in for CMC, and he ran for in that Kyle Shanahan defense, right? Like, this is a guy who's been around. He's ran the football in meaningful games for meaningful snaps for teams. I think he's a very capable running back. I don't think there's any issues, and I think he just was injured over the past couple of seasons. Is why we haven't seen him on any team.
Yeah.
So we'll have to see. We'll have to see. All right, and our last question of the day comes from Epic Domo. Hopefully you're still out there. If you are, give us a shout out in the chat. If not, no big deal. We appreciate you asking the question anyway. Must-win game: Kyle Pitts or Mark Andrews. Opponent has Lamar as a QB. I don't know if that matters so much. The Andrews helps, but does it?
Okay, so what is that for me? Like, I understand where you might try to go with that, but like, whether his opponent has Lamar or not, he's still going to get his points. So if you have Andrews on your bench, well, guess what? Now you're losing points because Lamar just threw him the ball, and Lamar's still getting those points regardless.
Yeah, and it's a crapshoot, right? What if Lamar throws 3 touchdowns to Zay Flowers, nothing to Mark Andrews today? You know, like it is. You know, so I get it. Like, no matter what you do, it's lose. What I would look at is strictly the Pitts or Andrews opportunity and upside here. Kyle Pitts is going in with Kirk Cousins as the quarterback, right? I don't know, like, no Drake London. Like, this screams that Kyle Pitts needs to have a little bit bigger day in order for them to be in it, which is exactly why you go with Mark Andrews. It's exactly why you go with Mark Andrews. Can you trust Kyle Pitts in a big game or a big moment? Ever? Have we ever seen him deliver when it mattered most? I mean, the most famous thing I remember Kyle Pitts for was last year, was when he fumbled before he got to the end zone and the refs fucking illegally didn't call it a fumble and didn't review it. It was absolutely ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. So I'm going with Andrews.
I think the same there. And he has a really good last name.
Oh, I like it. I got you. I see what you did there. See what you did there. I see what you did there. All right, chat. HOI came into Bears are winning. You like the Bears? Well, you know.
Well, we'll see in about 4 hours. So
that's true. Yeah. We will see if old man Mason Rudolph can carry his Steelers to the victory squad, coming in relief again. No Myles Garrett on the other side, so there won't be any helmet swinging and all that good stuff. So cool. This has been a great show. It's been a lot of fun. Thank you all for being here. Appreciate it. Make sure you get into the DraftKings. Link is in the chat. Wherever that is, wherever you're watching.
Not just this, not just today, but also Thursday. I know it's, you guys are tired of hearing it, but Thursday.
If you do like to partake in these things, please consider joining the Discord. Link is now right in the chat right there. That'll get you in, and you can follow along. We don't try to do too many pings, so you can mute everything other than the everyone. We ping when we go live, and we ping for this thing. That's about it. So try not to do that too much. You try to keep it low key, but we have some fun there. We like to post our bets and talk and chat. So feel free to join if you'd like, and if not, we'll see you next Sunday, I guess, and we'll take it from there.
Yeah, absolutely. Everybody, if you celebrate, have a good Thanksgiving, and we'll see you next Sunday.
Sounds good. Later.
Thanks for rolling with the squad today. Smack Talk crew, y'all paid the way. From hot takes to racks, we chase y'all brought fine, now clear the place. We ride with the chat, we vibe with the picks, we roast bad calls and we drop those clips. SST out, you will be back. Next week's slate, let's run it back. Well,